asked tonight how many of you knew somebody who was diagnosed with cancer, the majority of the people in the room would be able to say yes. Scientific research is conducted every day across the world, and endless amounts of money are given to help raise awareness to find cures for things like breast cancer, autism, and Alzheimer's disease. One method of research is said to be very promising in finding cures to correct and even prevent these diseases from occurring. The method, though, is one that remains highly debated, and the topic of court cases and even federal policies. The concept of embryonic stem cell research is one that many of us have heard of, but might have a vague understanding of. I know I, for one, didn't know much on the topic until I began to research it for a government class. That's why I wanted to take a few minutes tonight to delve into what exactly embryonic stem cell research is, the science behind it, the two opposing sides of the argument, and the court cases and national policies surrounding it. First of all, what is stem cell research? Well, How Stuff Works, a branch of the Discovery Channel, explains it as this. When a sperm and an ovum join, they form what's called a zygote. The zygote cells begin to divide, and on the fourth day, there are about 100 cells. It's now called a blastocyst. The blastocyst is what contains these stem cells. Stem cells are so important to us because they're unspecialized. They have the ability to turn into any one of 200 types of tissues of the human body. The National Institute of Health says that because they can quickly multiply, that they'll be able to act as a repair system in a sense. Once they divide, the stem cell has the ability to either stay a stem cell and continue to divide as such, or to become more distinct, even muscle tissue or blood cells. On the 4th to 5th day after fertilization, the stem cells are collected from the embryo. They're collected in vitro, not from the woman's body. There are still those who hold strong opinions against it. Those in support of stem cell research believes that it will lead to cures that are caused for diseases that are caused by tissue destruction or cell mutation. EmbryonicStemCellResearch.org believes that even traumatic injuries, where people have suffered brain injuries and spinal cord injuries, could be cured. That means that paraplegics and quadriplegics might have the ability to move again. They argue that it's not a child after just 4 days. They try to find the balance between the demise of the embryo and lengthening the life of somebody who's already living. The other side of the argument states that life starts at conception. When you take the stem cells, the embryo has to die. They argue that we should spend more time on adult stem cell research. They argue that scientists offer all these promises to us about cures for these diseases, but we've seen no results yet. How long must we wait, and how many embryos have to die before something good finally comes out of it? In 2006, Congress tried to pass a bill that would provide for more funding for embryonic stem cell research. George W. Bush vetoed this bill, saying that it crossed moral boundaries and supported taking innocent lives. The House tried to override it but was unsuccessful. In March of 2009, Obama overturned the standing policy. CNN quotes Obama as saying that, "As a person of faith, I believe we are called to care for each other and work to ease human suffering. We have been given the capability and the will to pursue this research." Still, arguments arose against him. In August 2010, Chief Justice Lambert of a district court in Washington, D.C. blocked his order, saying that they violated the Dickey-Wicker Amendment. It's set in place and bans the research in which human embryos destroyed or injured, even unknowingly. The Obama administration said that they were not in violation of this, that they only supported research and not the collection of the embryonic stem cells. Finally, in July 2011, the case returned to the court that it originated in, and the judge himself dismissed it. He ruled that, after all, the NIH was reasonably interpreting the laws that were set forth by Obama in the federal policy. So what is the national policy? Well, it can be found in the Federal Register, Executive Order 13505, and it states that the purpose of this order is to remove these limitations on scientific inquiry, to expand NIH support for exploration of human stem cell research, and in doing so, to enhance the contribution of America's scientists to important new discoveries and new therapies for the benefit of humankind. Even with this policy in place, debate continues. I believe that we will see debates for years to come from those saying that it's unethical. Some have very firm beliefs and stand unwavering on them. Perhaps if advances are made, the idea might be one that more are able to open up to and embrace. But I don't believe that we as a nation will ever come to full agreement on the issue at hand. I think we will continue to vote on laws and elect politicians who have firm beliefs. So I think it's very important to have a basic understanding of what exactly embryonic stem cell research is, the arguments that surround it, and the national policies in regards to it.